Hello, Santa Cruz. This is a red alert warning. I want everybody to know about the things I'm going to say in this quick video. Hopefully it'll be quick. My name is Brent Adams. I direct the Warming Center program, Footbridge Homeless Services Center, and the Secret Garden Women's Shelter. The subject of this video is the most vulnerable are being dumped onto the street, literally, and into the drug-oriented benchlands camp. Who are the most vulnerable? It's just, sometimes we call homelessness our most vulnerable. No, it's people that the Coordinated Entry System, HMIS system, has deemed to be the most vulnerable people who might die in a few years and should be priority placed into housing. So those people also were the most vulnerable for the pandemic, and we opened up motels for several hundred people. That funding has now ended, and these people are being dumped onto the street. Why? Because the county program has broken. It's largely due to the misunderstood national paradigm of housing first. Locally, it showed up years ago, almost 10 years ago now, smart solutions to homelessness. 180-180. 180-2020 is supposed to end chronic homelessness by 2020. Spoiler alert, didn't happen. Now it's called 180 forever into the future. Pathway to housing. Currently, after focus strategies, and I won't get into the jargon too much, but the county has retooled its homelessness program. It's called Housing for a Healthy Santa Cruz. Housing. It's the Rehousing Wave. You might have heard of Housing Matters. It used to be Homeless Services Center. They now have the Housing Now program. Housing. Well, yeah, that feels great. We're putting people into housing, right? No. The reason it's broken is because you, Santa Cruzans, were supposed to open up your back bedroom to people who sleep outside. You're going to get a $1,000 bonus. That's part of what these programs are. Your rent is guaranteed, but you just weren't going to rent your income property to somebody who has slept outside for a long time. You want somebody most like you to be in your home with your family, maybe a techie or a student, somebody who's very quiet and studious. So money's not the issue. Christian behavior, very altruistic behavior to open up a bedroom. A lot of us just want our space for our space. That's why we have our space. So dozens of people are being dumped onto the street. I'm getting multiple calls to my women's shelter from county administrators. This is ironic because the county has not made itself interested in our shelter at all. We're a volunteer shelter. Like I said, where programs occur, where funding occurs, that's where programming occurs. We just have extra space, and we said, what would we do with all this extra space? There's so many women out there being plagued by abuse, rape, the addiction situation. There's no place for people. So we have a lot of elderly people who are really challenged, people with mental health challenges and substance use challenges with our shelter. And all volunteer. But now the county doesn't even list our shelter on their website. None of our programs are listed on the county website. County administrators or officials have never even darkened our door to come see what we're about. Very few city officials also. But now they're calling me every day to rescue some of these people who are being dumped on the street. I've just interviewed already 2 women over 70 years old with walkers. They gave them a tent and a sleeping bag and gave them the door. And they've been outside in the M-Line area. People have stolen all of their stuff. Now they're bundled together, sleeping under a bridge. I've got county administrators calling me saying we have people with these disabling conditions. They gave them 1 motel voucher. So it's a red alert. Are most vulnerable. So what ended up happening is the Coordinated Entry System is now seen to be broken. The system that prioritizes our most vulnerable people who are going to die on the street to make them the highest priority for you to rent to them. But that never worked. You want somebody more like yourself. So they've dashed the entire Coordinated Entry System, deprioritized these people, put them at the lowest bottom, have decided to forget about them. And now they're prioritizing the people who are easiest, so the whole system is broken. Housing first has been a failure. Homelessness is mushrooming out of control. The Benchlands has more than 400 people in it. The city doesn't take responsibility that it has actually created this situation. Dealers camping next to dealers, so people flood out of their homes, people who have substance use challenges, and now they get to use substances 24 hours, 7 days a week in ways that they never would have been able to do at their home. And families are in catastrophe. We have a fentanyl crisis. Nobody's talking about any of this. You watch a city council meeting, they pat themselves on the back. The $14 million that the city just got is to create endless bureaucracy to forever extract more money. The entire county program is a failure. Robert Ratner and Randy Morris are from Contra Costa. They might have had limited success up there, but the entire program that is focused firmly, they disparage things like the warming center. Warming center is meant to get people out into shelter, to protect them from hypothermia and the occurrence of death. We gave thousands of blankets away, hand warmers, beanies. This is meant to protect the people outside. As a county administrator, people from the county health, they would disparage warming center. Huge red flag. The county should be fully funding things like warming center. The city should be, and the county should be fully integrated with our Footbridge Homeless Services Center to raise the floor of experience. We all need clean clothes, a place to store our stuff, a way to get showers, Q-tips, fingernail clippers, razors, deodorant, all these things, pants, blankets, all this together, so I don't get a penny of city or county funding for these programs here. They're needs oriented. So let me wind up. What can we do now that grandma in a walker is being placed onto the street alongside these mofos in benchlands? What can we do? It's all happened because of our lack of awareness. We've given ourselves a pass. We've turned our back to these large camps, allowed the city to determine what's going on with them. They've locked out nonprofits like mine to participate at all. They gave us fake opportunities to run sanctuary camps. We asked as a community for a permit process so that nonprofits and faith communities and other programs could operate encampments according to a list of basic parameters. No, they refused that. The city and county should never run programs. They are not mission oriented. They're program and funding oriented, which means that I don't want to disparage them because people have real good hearts. They're doing the best that they can. But if you're not a mission oriented entity, then so I'll leave it at that. We have a red alert situation. We need the county to immediately get some, in the city funding. We know they have general funds. They need to rescue these people immediately. They should not be putting these people onto the street. You should not be calling my little program. I'm already booked. I have 12 shelter beds and they're booked up. When I have county officials calling me to come to the rescue for a failed county program, you know that we're in trouble.